how important is, shoulders, the emphasis on shoulders for a fast bowler?
They are very important. Okay, because again, it's a throwing, and any throwing sports, shoulder is of most important. Okay, because that is where all the end of the day, that is the last link, okay, to the ball. But I feel it's not the जैसे throwing में या pitching में जैसा है वैसा मुझे नहीं लगता है. But yeah, it is very important, and having not just, again, when I say it's not just the strong बड़े shoulders जैसे अपन किसी short put thrower के देखते हैं, not that type of shoulder. We want them to be like silk, lankiness रहना चाहिए, rubber band की तरह elasticness रहना चाहिए, so अगर he's a teenager, early teenager, make sure he does a lot of medicine ball work, a lot of body weighted exercises, to develop his shoulder, not just his shoulders, his upper back, okay, muscles around the upper back, his wrist, like overall strength. जब भी बच्चा रहेगा, छोटा बच्चा रहता है, तभी उसको overall work करो, and as he gets, later stages, make sure you also early on, मुझे लगता है कि tennis bowling is very important. Okay, another point which I wanted to highlight in this is the importance of bowling with light balls. So that's the reason, जो हमारे यहाँ पे बच्चे में देखता हूँ, काफी सारे जिन्होंने they never had exposure with tennis cricket. Okay, so I see a lot of hand speed issues, and it becomes very difficult to tap into it later. So the one test, okay, which will be a part of my event Ignite, okay, to determine the upper body or the hand speed thing. So what we do is we use a 110 gram ball, we use a 153 gram ball, we use a 220 gram ball. तो ये सब बॉल से मैं उनसे बॉलिंग कराता हूँ, और हर एक बॉल के बीच में डिफरेंस 5% का रहना चाहिए. Okay, so what I see is who didn't get an exposure to tennis ball cricket, वो लोग का लाइट बॉल और रेगुलर बॉल का स्पीड में ज्यादा डिफरेंस रहता नहीं है. It is much less than 5%. कभी-कभी सेम भी रहता है. Okay, that shows that there is a deficit in speed. मतलब tendons को, muscles को उस तरीके से ट्रेनिंग किया नहीं गया. So that what puts me in a position, that what puts me in a unique position. Like we were chatting today, people can have your knowledge, people can have your equipment, but the way you try to solve problems, nobody can copy that. So this is what we use. So I feel in that age to train, this is a good way to train the shoulder. Okay, using tennis balls, थोड़ा heavy ball का भी exposure हो सकता है, थोड़ा light medicine ball, reactive work, मतलब rubber band की तरह function करना है shoulder को. So उस तरीके से train करो, overall shoulder train करो, and make sure that there is a lot of deload phases also in between, जहाँ पे बच्चा shoulder तो use होएगा ही, आप दूसरे sports खेलोगे तो लेकिन थोड़ा variability of movement important है, avoiding overuse injuries. Because वो टाइम पे 10,000 hours of practice, ये जो गलत ट्रेंड है, ये 10,000 hours. Okay, it's important. First thing to understand is practice doesn't make you perfect. Practice makes it permanent. मतलब ये मेरे कोच जो स्टीफन सर है वो बोलते रहते हैं, आप जो गलत करते रहोगे, you will get better at doing the wrong thing.
Correct.
So yeah, just do the right thing. Okay. If you are later on you can explore a lot of specific modalities for training the fast bowling shoulder. But yeah, early on this is the approach, and later on of course you need to do strength exercises and compound exercises. Maybe few of the Olympic lifts, not all the Olympic lifts. अभी जो Olympic lift का trend आ चुका है in the world of cricket, so हर एक को लगता है कि चलो Olympic lift करेंगे, but I feel Olympic lifts are a sport in itself. Instead उसको break down करो, जो चीजें उसमें से चाहिए वही use करो. That it's not a necessary just because आप CACS certification करते हो, NACSA, it comes from America. वहाँ पे NFL और ये सब physical sports का ज़्यादा craze है, वो लोग वो हिसाब से training करते हैं, वही वो अपन को सिखाते हैं. But it is important that we adapt it to our needs. Just like we have, Peace Lab has taken a lot of things from, learned the Russian way of training, or the, how they train the track athletes, But what Chipin Sir has done is he has modified everything, and he has built his own protocols or principles. So it is important that in the essential part of Indian cricket coaches understand कि just because NSC में लिखा है इतना उठाना चाहिए shoulder से उतना जरूरी नहीं है. So
Correct.
that's the reason we see कि कितने सारे bowlers, they haven't done anything scientific or scientific in the sense anything out of the world, and फिर भी वो अच्छा कर रहे हैं. They started sometimes even a lot of bowlers who started late, serious cricket, they started late and they did well. So success leaves a lot of clues. We just have to learn from things.
One more question. जब बच्चे under 10, under 12 के players होते हैं, many bowlers are blessed with good bowling action when we talk about fast bowlers. So how do we guide them, और क्या roadmap उनको हम दे सकते हैं? I mean, एक 10 साल के बच्चे को if we spot him with a good bowling action.
So the first thing is not too much interference.
Okay.
So natural है, develop हो रहा है action. उनको exposure दो, but don't try to change things. You shouldn't be trying to change the bowling action. Let him do things naturally. Let him ball with full effort. Accuracy वगैरह थोड़ा साइड में रखो. सीखा जा सकता है वो सब चीजें. Okay. So let him ball full effort. Let him not stop training other sports. So that's the most important thing, and this will be very contradictory to the way things happen in cricket. आप देखोगे 16-17 साल के bowlers, 18 साल के bowlers cricketers आते हैं, and if you see them running, if you see their run up, आपको लगेगा यार मतलब, and then you compare them with the north,
Correct.
So athletic part जो है उसको हाथ मत लगाओ. Let him train him. Think about that kid like a 100-meter or a 200-meter sprinter or a long jumper. ये long jumper है या तो javelin thrower है, इस तरह से सोचो. वो bowling कर रहा है लेकिन उसका athletic जो development है वो रुकाओ मत, क्योंकि वो रुक गया, coordination और ये सब चीजें नहीं train हुई, so it becomes very difficult to train later on, and and you are wasting time. So जब भी वो actual में specific जो cricket में full fledged घुसना चाहिए और तभी आप address नहीं कर सकते ये सब चीजें. So give him that exposure, let him ball full effort, develop him like a sprinter, develop him like a throwing athlete.
Correct.
So that's the reason we look at fast bowling as a throwing event.
Correct.
We look at fast bowling as a throwing event, like a javelin, like a hammer throw. We look at it like a throwing event, like a sprinting event. So that is how we develop fast bowlers. So that's the most important thing. अभी बोले कि अरे स्किल इंपॉर्टेंट है, स्किल के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन वो करने के लिए सब वही तो करते हैं, राइट? एग्जैक्टली, सब तो वही कर रहे हैं. तो मेरे पास जब भी बच्चा आता है, मैं वो चीज करूंगा जो उन्हें करनी चाहिए, रादर देन बाकी सब कर रहे हैं और मैं भी उसमें हाथ डाल दूं. So that's not my first thing. That is not my expertise. My expertise is technical part and athletic part and the strength and conditioning part. So I maximize that thing. Okay, and yeah, it has consistently given results, and I'm sure we have good pool of talent, but the thing is वो एज में अगर वैसा टैलेंट दिखता है तो उसको तोड़ मरोड़ के बोलते हैं ना, how the coach think the bowler should be. Okay,